I start out by putting the turkey carcass in a lobster pot and boiling it for a few hours to make stock from the carcass. Then I pick all the meat off of the carcass, and you wouldn't believe how much meat is left. You know, you only see what you cut off a turkey, but once you boil it, there's all this meat left over. So I put the meat back in the pot with the stock. And at this point, I haven't added anything else. This is just the stock from the carcass, the water I put in the pan to boil the carcass, and now the meat I picked off of the carcass. I then wash and chop celery. I use enough celery to the size of the pan. So in this case, a lobster pot, I'm using about 10 stalks or so. I add the chopped celery to the pan and I turn the heat to low at first. I've washed about 6 large carrots that I'm now going to peel and slice into small pieces. I've also used frozen or canned carrots in the past, but this is all I had left in the fridge from Thanksgiving. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and use the fresh carrots. After I get all the carrots chopped up, I'm going to put them in the pot as well. You can see how the carrots and the celery and the turkey meat are all coming together nicely, and now I'm going to add some seasonings. First, I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves. Then I'm going to sprinkle some sage in, and this is really to taste. It can be a pretty strong herb. I tend to put probably about 2 teaspoons in a pot this size. So I've added the sage, and now I'm going to put in some ground black pepper and also some salt. Then I'm going to stir that all in together. And of course, season to your taste. Everybody has a different taste preference. Those are just the taste preferences of the people in my household, but please, season to how you like things seasoned. I'm also adding 2 cans of cut up green beans, and then just stir that up again. And at this point, I am going to turn the heat up to medium. It's been on low this whole time. And I'm just going to let that do its thing, and it's all going to cook nicely. I would give it at least 1 hour, if not longer, especially for a pot this size. Shorter time if it's a smaller pot. And that's really all there is to it. Now, some people like noodles in their soup. Some people like rice. What I do is I have a separate batch of rice made, and then I also have a separate batch of noodles. People like egg noodles, elbow noodles, the noodles of your choice. And you make that separate, and then whoever wants it over rice can have it with rice. Whoever wants it with noodles can have it with noodles. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.